Ahead of the game today. Woohoo! Yes, girl. Hey, YouTube. How you doing? We got YouTube and we got TikTok. We're going to face some fears today of YouTube and TikTok. Ha! TikTok, I love you more. I love you more. You have my heart. I mean, hey, YouTube. Hey, what? We got some. What's going on here? She's got milk again. Oh, for God's sakes! I got my drum. I got these, and I got my milk. This is raw milk. Don't go crying. It's raw milk from the dairy farm. Oh my God! That's why my skin looks so good at 50. Because I drink raw milk. That's why. If you're wondering, I mean that is why. Hey everybody, what's up? How's this angle? How's the angle on me? Hey baby. Hey. Whoa. Hey. All right. How was your weekend? Do we even play in the party of weekends? Do we even exist in the world of weekends anymore? Isn't it like every single day is a weekend? Isn't that how you should live your life? Every day it's a weekend. Hey, just take random days off, like Wednesday. What? Why don't you do that? Hey, everybody. Hey, I spent my weekend with this guy. Although I left him in the house, I was with him spiritually. What's up? What's up? What's up? We're going to talk about some fears and doubts and worries today. And holy shit, what happened this weekend? Oh my God, what happened? What happened? It's all connected. Everything is connected. You know when things show up in your life and you're like, why'd that happen to me? Well, probably so you can tell somebody else about it and help somebody else through it, through the times. I'm going to move on you so I can see your comments. Hey, yeah, hey, beautiful. I was wondering why you were looking so good. Thank you. I'm going to tell you why I'm looking so good at 50 and feeling so good. I got off of all pharma, number one. Don't believe the lies. And I started drinking raw milk, not milk. I got off of all dairy unless it's raw. If it's raw, it's so weird how when you drink the raw milk, you don't have any of the I had for years and years and years, like my whole life. Started drinking raw milk because of my friend Jesus, the one in Nashville, has the best health advice of anybody I've met, honestly. That's why I talk about him all the time. Can I get a UWV? What's that? Oh, yeah, raw milk and grass-fed meat. Those are my two changes. And I've been doing everything that I can do that my friend Jesus tells me to do. I love saying that. He's the one in Nashville. He's a health expert. I've been following what he's been telling me to do quite literally for years. I'm doing like 40% and it's showing. Hi, it's showing. Angle good. Oh, good. Hey, angle's good on YouTube. Hey. What, James? Wait, I can't see you. Jared. Hey, Jared. What's a UW? What is that? So we're gonna talk like crazy fears and doubts and worries. Do you ever like fear and have a complete freak out of going to the next level in your life? Yeah, same. So this weekend I was given the steering wheel, literally and figuratively, and I thought you'd appreciate this story. So you should drive. Me, I can drive anything. I'm going to get my CDL license and everything. I've flown a plane. I have driven pretty much anything. I like to be given the wheel. So I was given the wheel this weekend. And yeah, I was flying down a little thing, right? Okay, this is all relative in life, right? I was flying down. Where can I get a little round thing? I ain't got one. Shit. So I'm flying down, right? And I hit a log so hard that I hit a log and then scraped the end of the bottom of the side by side on the log that it broke the steering. So the steering wheel just like we're going, and all of a sudden you can hold the steering wheel and it's not attached to the little thingy. There's just a little thingy. There's just a little thingy left. That's it. Just a little thingy. Who's got the steering wheel? And there I am, me. I'm like, well. And instead of getting in trouble, like instead of getting the whole, what the hell, you crazy woman, I'm so proud of you. That was like the best comment that could have ever been made. Instead of like, you're in trouble, it was like, I'm so proud of you. You steered that thing. You broke the steering wheel. So it was like, what? I'm so proud of you. You broke the steering wheel, which is also, when people say like, I know people are gonna get weird with this, but like, Jesus, take the wheel, or like when you just trust it'll be taken care of because you're not controlling anything. You don't even have a steering wheel. I was like, oh my God, this is so symbolic of all life. And so when there was no steering wheel, I happen to know the master of all masters can drive anything and like fix anything. So he took oh God, I'm gonna be like, I love men with tools and I just don't know the names of them half the time. I'm like, can I just watch you? So he took a pliers that locked and put it on the little thingy. And so he was driving with the pliers and a wrench. And I was like, damn, I'm so proud of you. And I'm just like legit like impressed. But I'm the one who broke the steering. I'm the one who went where you didn't think you were going to go, which is also where I go with your pathways and healing, and everything is relative. It's all symbolic. I was like, damn it. Just when I'm having a discussion, I wasn't at that very moment, but I've been having an ongoing discussion with some people who are like really, really, really anxiously attached and like in trauma still. And they're going to start this book. We're going to start this again, my workbook. And it's even relevant there. Like when you lose control of, like when you don't, like you lose control of your emotions, lose control of, you have no control of, like, you have no control of your relationship or your business, or you're like, you don't know which way is upside down and blah, blah, blah. And I'm here to tell you, sometimes, the steering wheel is off and you don't have a steering wheel and you just have to like trust. And another thing, here's another like lesson. I was like, oh man, God dang, it's always like so simple and so hard at the same time. It's like a choice that you make in the moment. It's so simple and so hard. It's so big and so small at the same time. And we get stuck in the fears and doubts and worries. Do you like bagels? Because you're bagels. What? Am I a goal of yours? I like it. Click here. Link in bio. Good luck with that. Wow! So, another thing that happened as we're, steering life, right? And then you got your one little hookup. You got your little doohickey thing that you've made the steering work. You don't know how we're going to do this. We don't know how we're going to do this. It's like when I learned aerial dancing. Did you know that I can do aerial dancing? To a point, because I learned how to aerial dance while I was in a wheelchair, and after also I had broken my leg. 2 different stories, but I was still learning, and I could only work with my hands because I couldn't work my legs in the aerial fabric. I didn't learn the way you're supposed to learn. And a lot of times with healing, and people, the filter is wonky, maybe no filter. How do I? You know what? My friend Austin set up this live. How does it work? Can I fix my little, hey y'all? It shouldn't have a filter on here. Does it have a filter? How do I do it? Settings? Whoa, comment, muted, block. I'm just touching things. Hi. That's the story of your life. Yeah, the steering wheel came off. I know, seriously. Hey, Katie. Hell, dang it. I'll do it next time. I'm like, I'm poking around, touching stuff. You take the steering wheel off. Gaw. This is what happens. Hey, you. All right, ready? Thank you for the rose. Maybe enough. I'm like, oh, Steve, I was like, does it have a filter? And there's all this space up here, but no space over here. Not learning the right way. Yeah, exactly. When it's like with healing techniques and like getting better in therapy and blah blah blah. There's so many things where you're like, you're not doing it right. You have to do. Oh, I see what you mean, Katie. It's got like this. Angela Shelton, don't move much. Don't move much. But you got like this rules, rules of way you're supposed to do it. Like you're not doing it right. You didn't do it right. You didn't do that workbook right. And if she's on here, God bless you, Cynthia. I was talking to you. She's starting this workbook. This is my most popular item, by the way. The Sword of Trauma. If you don't know it, let's talk about it. And I help people. I'm a filmmaker and a funny, foxy filmmaker. I'm a hot mom too. I help the fellas. I help young men get off of corn addiction. You know what I'm saying? Did you hear me barking? You hear my code words? I love you so much. Yeah. And then I am a filmmaker. I help like independent filmmakers navigate the effing nightmare that is the perps of Hollywood. Yeah, you're welcome. I do that. And my main thing is like my life is my teaching, and I'll help you get out of all kinds of like traumas, self-abuse, self-hatred. I'm the daughter of the perp that we're trying to save the kids from. That would be my dad. So hi. I know about perps, and I know about the layers of total BS that we as the victims of these perps get ourselves into and then get trapped in. And then, you repeat the trauma. You marry the dad. You marry the bad mom. You get into relationships with crazy. Let's call them poisoned, not crazy. So you're like repeating all these traumas in your life. So yes, I'm a creative person. And yes, I'm like, I write books. Hey, I write books. I do workbooks. I'm a comedian. I'm Safe Side Super Chick. Blah, yeah, all of that. I have my list of things I do is very long. You can go to my website and fall down the rabbit hole. Good luck, AngelaShelton.com. And I'm telling you, at the core of it, every single thing I do, even my golf comedy, has some healing modalities in it and healing awareness, and so that we can elevate to the next level of living happily ever after, no matter what the hell we've been through. Got it? And so one of my workbooks I did years ago, I was on tour with my book and my documentary, and I started realizing the layers and the levels and honestly the repeated patterns that so many of us do with self-abuse. I'm going to move so I can see your comments. Sorry about that weird filter, but what do you do when you first uncover trauma? Yeah, it's like, it goes back to this workbook, Katie. So trauma is like getting pierced with a sword, right? Hey, Mike, what's up? You're looking handsome as ever, boy. Where's my sword? Hey, whoa! A sloth is attached to my sword, y'all. This is Stanley, the angry sloth. Sometimes, you know what? You're slowly angry. He's this guy is mad. His name's Stanley. He's grumpy as hell, but he's like a slow anger. He's slowly angry. So sometimes, Katie, listen, this is what I do. This is what I talk about a lot. You can deep dive me, but we'll talk about the sword and being angry and our fears and doubts and worries. But sometimes you don't have a steering wheel. That's the talk today. Hey! So when you first discover trauma, it's like getting pierced with a sword, right? So like, here, whatever happened to you, it really actually doesn't matter. I have respect for you and like saying like whatever we went through, because good God in heaven, all of us have been through so many things. Oh my God, that it can all boil down to just a sword, right? So you can be pierced with a sword. And I had this epiphany as I was traveling with my book and my movie. And I'm a visual person. I'm an artist. I came up with this I was like, oh my God, it's like a sword. It's like a sword. We got pierced with a sword. And you can live like that for the rest of your life. The shock, Katie, first it's like you're shocked. Then you can just hold your breath and ignore it. And just like, we're not going to talk about this. We're not going to talk. What? You have one too. What? I'm not. Stop judging me. I can't breathe. I'm going to be in repeated uh, patterns and pain. What? So what? I'm not going to talk about it. Right? So you can use this as an example for so many, many, many things. That's why there's a whole. This is why so many therapists use this and support groups. Like there's retreats that use this because you could take this and apply it to anything you're doing. I've just brought the concept up. Safe side super chick. Yeah, safe side super chick with swords. Yeah. So we're gonna start this, I think tomorrow. I swear to God, I think August 1st, I'm gonna just start it again. Because I have a whole course on it. And Katie, like for years is what I've done. But it's I think I'm gonna do I'm going to do. Am I gonna start it tomorrow? Am I gonna start tomorrow? You tell me. What? What? You're gonna start tomorrow? You look like one. Oh, thanks. If my hair was dry, it's in a conditioning treatment right now. I'd let it down and it would be just like perfectly curled and like there would be like wind and you'd be like, Wonder Woman. I could turn around and you wouldn't see my flat butt or my flat head. And you'd be like, I love you, Wonder Woman. What is happening today? Talking about trauma. Does it make you mad? I know. Because you want to control everything, and you want to control this guy, and you want to control how it went in, and and yeah, I understand, buddy. and then, hey, Katie. So in the shock of the trauma, right? You can live like that for the rest of your life, or you can see it and then remove it, and then you have it. And then you use it in your own life and to get over your own fears and nightmares. And what did you just do? I can't tell the little thing you sent badge. I love you. And then you play. So my life is at the phase of play. And so like I'm the first page of this book. Watch. It's never too late to have a happy childhood. You're welcome. The end. Go home. It's never too late to have a happy childhood. Like you can't say that to somebody who's holding on to their trauma and their like whole identity is this, and what if you let go of it? And it's like I don't know how. And so when you can be attached to this because it's familiar, and also the fear of releasing it, the fear of letting go is like, what do you do then? I know it's always so simple. It's like this weekend, I told you the story. Like I was driving. Did you miss that story, Kitty? Healing is painful too, and apparently a revolutionary act. Yes, 100%. Healing is an act of revolution, and that the next phase is when you start getting really healthy, really, truly, truly not watching, just stopping poison that you're eating in your mind and your mouth in grocery stores, you know what I'm saying? And the media, when you make that stance, and that's an act of revolution, you're going to stop putting that into your brain and your mouth, then we're at next level. Then you're like actually like a healed human making a total revolutionary stance of like, ain't going in my mouth or my mind. Good luck. But I worry about the sword returning like a magnet. It was a sloth emoji. I can't see that far. I was like, girl, listen, I got so many glasses. You know what I want for my birthday? That's every day. Or those school teacher necklaces. And I can have like 6. I can have like 6 glasses depending on what I need. And that's not one of them. Neither is this. Oh, maybe. Oh, for God's sakes, if I hold it right there. What happened? Like, yeah, it's fear of coming back like a magnet. But let me tell you something. Your trauma, that's the sword, right, can come back like a magnet. It really can. You can attract that. You can beg for it. You can ask for it. I know. You're like, I didn't ask for it. It wasn't my fault. Really? Are you sure? Sure about that? It was, you can 100% attract trauma to you over and over and over. And everything, I know it sounds crazy, and I know, like, give me a ticket, I'm going home, I want a refund. It's fine because it was free, is what you're saying to yourself in your head. Honestly, and that's where you're vibing, right? That's what my vibes, man. It's all where you're saying to yourself in your head. And you can walk into a room and be in a state of victim, in the victim mentality, in the victim mindset, and perps will flock to you like a magnet because you're putting the vibe out. It's wild when you're like, wait a second. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. No, I didn't. Okay. Raw milk. I love raw milk. What we project, we attract. Yeah, and it's delicate because that whole, like, it wasn't your fault sentence is true. Like, don't take ownership of it. Like, especially when you were kids, like me, like you had no control over some weirdo perp. Hi, my dad. You don't have control over what they're doing as a little kid, but as you grow up, you damn straight have some control. It's just we've been stuck in the pattern, right? So because then when this happens, it attracts more of it. It really does. Until you, I know. It's so hard to let go. He's an angry sloth. His name's Stanley. But yeah, we take ownership because we don't know how to do anything else. It's like me this weekend. Oh my God, Mike, did you hear me say how I lost the steering wheel on the 2x4? Or the side-by-side? Not 2x4. On the 2x4. Shelton, on the side-by-side, I drove it like a mad woman this weekend, and I broke the steering wheel. I'm not even joking. I'm driving, right? Woo! Hook! Hit a log. Not only hit the log, but continued on the log. It's bad. Who's a badass? It would be me. But I broke the steering wheel. Like, the steering wheel just, poop. Like, here's the steering wheel, and here's this thing. Here's this thing. And it's like, oh God, what do you do when you're holding the steering wheel and it's not attached to your life anymore? You have to trust, like, trust. Thank God. Thank you. I know some experts, and I also have tremendous faith and like faith and fun. And so I really, I did break. I stopped, but thank God I have an expert in my life who can fix and drive me. I got, MacGyver, who got the, what's it even called? Pliers, right? Put the pliers on the thingamajigger. This is and drove with the pliers. I was like, you're my hero. So that said, there was another turn, right? This is another, like, faith thing, right? So there was another turn, and the pliers flipped off, flipped off, lost them. So thank God that right where we could park and, like, get out and be safe and whatever. And it was dead night. We couldn't see the pliers. This person was like, well, thanks, you broke the steering wheel, and well, good luck on those pliers. I can't drive it again. We'll figure it out. Maybe a wrench. The next morning, I get up at like 5 a.m. So I at the sunrise, I was like, well, lead me to where these pliers are. Let me find these pliers. I'm just going to try. I'm telling you this for a reason. I'm just going to totally trust, like, hey, you lead me where I'm walking because I don't know where I'm walking. This has a point. And I was like, all right, let me just walk out and show me where these pliers are. It was not 10 paces. It was not even 10 paces. I just started walking. Started walking, and there they were in all of the field, like with grass, weeds, bushes everywhere. 10 spaces in the middle of, there was these pliers. So I tell you that because it's a layer of, like, just trust. Like, I know it sounds crazy. I know it seems like you'll never get out of it, and you'll never, like, address your trauma, or, like, it'll never be better, or you'll never find the way. You'll never get the winning ticket. Oh my God, never. Well, my practice always is just giving up. in not a give up, like I'm going to give up here, I'm going to lay here dead. I'm going to intentionally, openly give up. Does that make sense? Like it's faith, really. But people get freaked out by that word because it's an F word. Because people get freaked out by F words, like funny. Yeah, be funny lately. You try and find some stuff that you're funny with, and you're going to get. But you asked for it out loud and you exercise faith. Yes, I asked for it out loud. I said, please, like, lead me. And I trust that you'll lead me to wherever I need to be. And there they were. So it was like, wow, I ain't got no steering wheel, but you got some pliers. But you just found them pliers in the road. It goes back to also me aerial dancing, me getting out of trauma, me getting out of a life. And I say me, just as an example so that you can use it in your life. Like, so wherever I can't get out of panic attacks. I've had them my whole life. I can't get into a good relationship. I've never seen one. I can't like love myself. I'm a piece of crap. Or, ain't nobody ever told you that you were special. Well, and you lived in families, like I've seen it, y'all. I have seen the families that I'm just like, oh my God, it's a wonder how y'all escaped. It's a wonder how you escape every single day. Like, when I was a little kid, one that just pops in my head was her name was Angie. This other little girl named Angie. Funny that I ended up doing this documentary, searching for Angela Shelton. There was this kid, Angie, that I hung out with. Her brother was, her perp. Her mother and father quite literally treated her like a dog. They would say, like, you're nothing. I would go over on play dates with her to see her at her house very few times because I didn't want to be in that space. But everybody in the family treated her like an actual piece of dog poo-poo. And her brother was doing that. Like, and it wasn't really a secret. And it was just, she was just like this piece. Now that girl, like, your life is like an Excel spreadsheet. You go through all these things. That girl 100% is going to have addictions, drug addictions, self-hatred, self-mutilation. So, she's going to just walk right into all that because she quite literally never saw a different example. Never had I don't even say right way, a nice way. She never saw a nice way ever. That girl might be dead at this point from suicide. Like sadly, it wouldn't surprise me, but I'm saying this because she was a scapegoat. Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Dogs get adored. Like, yeah, seriously. And then she was like treated like a piece of crap. Anyway, my point with her is you can never be shown an example, just like you've never seen anybody living the life you love or want. And you have to step into, I don't know. Like, what if? I actually have never seen a healthy relationship. I've never been in a relationship with myself. I don't know what happened to her. This was in Greenville, South Carolina, Angie. But I did call out her RAPIST brother in the middle of the street. That's what I do. Oh yeah, I did a whole I called him out in front of the whole neighborhood. That's what I did. That's That's me as your friend. She probably got beat for that. But anyway, oops, sorry. But yeah, I called it out. I called attention to it. I was, yeah. Where are you from, Bunny? Honey? Hey, Ricky. Well, I'm from AngelaShelton.com. Good luck. And I'm Southern. I'm a Southern girl. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Hey, buddy. I know you're holding on to the sword like for dear life. You just can't let go of it. I get it. You're just angry little guy. Stanley, he's holding on to his sword. So we can hold on to it because we don't know. And we don't know, we don't know anything else. And we can hold, and that's a whole mindset thing. It's just like this weekend, I lost the steering wheel to the car. Now, I could have cried. I could have, begged forgiveness. I could have been like, oh my God, I didn't know what I was doing. Oh my. So instead, I just sat there like, well, here's the steering wheel. I got it in my hands. And then here's the little doohickey that we're supposed to use. I don't know what to do now. And a great trick in your mind to get out of your mindset for when you don't know is to actually tell your brain that you don't know, because the brain doesn't know. Like, you don't know the next level of healing. You don't know going how to do it. You don't know how to go to the first page of this workbook that we're going to be doing again is it's never too late to have a happy childhood. What the hell does that mean? When you never saw a happy childhood, what does that mean? Hey, so you don't know. So like when you get into a space of like, well, I don't know. There's a great thing. It comes from the One Command, the book, The One Command, a sentence. I don't know, because you're tricking your brain. How? So you put, I don't know how, blank. So Katie, I don't know how I got out of a life of trauma mindset and started living joyful every day. I only know that. So I don't know how, blank. I only know that you're tricking your mind. So you get the mind out of the way, because the mind is going to be like, I do so know how. Oh, wait, if you start doing affirmations, a lot of times the brain will be like, what? No, you ain't. When I started saying like, hi, I'm a goddess queen, instead of I'm a piece of crap, my little brain was like, no, you're not. You have hairs on your chin. There's little hairs that grow out of your chin. You can't be a goddess. Goddesses don't have beards. This is not, the little negative thought patterns that pop up. You know what I'm talking about. And so a great thing is, I don't know how. I don't know how you can be a goddess and queen with hairs on your chin. I just know that it happens. You can braid them. And then, I love it, Kitty. Okay. You just have to accept each person was coping the best they could. Truth. And so here's the sentence. I don't know how, blank. I only know that, blank. And I am completely fulfilled. So it's like you have to add the and I'm completely fulfilled, or and we are completely fulfilled, so that you're protected. It's like a mindset thing. Because like, for example, when I started modeling and I finally got the money for the teeth, the braces that we needed, because we didn't have no money. I was a fancy redneck. I was in a car accident. Granted, thank God I was okay, but I was in a car accident is what gave me the money for the teeth. So it's like, you don't want to be like, I wish I had a better relationship, and then slam, your so-and-so gets hit by a car and dies. It's like, hold on. I don't know how, blank. I only know that, blank, and I am completely fulfilled. Stanley, I don't know how I got over my attachments to my old life trauma. I only know that it happened, and I'm completely fulfilled, because something might happen that you're not expecting, and your little human brain doesn't understand it and doesn't know how to do it. Now tell me what you're going to say, Kitty. Parents prevent their children with what they lacked in their childhood. So unbelievably true, Kitty. Like, yes. Parents, but yeah, yes. 100%. And also their own fears. So my mom is a perfect example. She's still upset with her mom. Yay. And my mom's mom beat her. And so my mom, it's so true. We parent from a place of what we lacked. Yeah. Yeah. My mom gave me every freedom in the world. I had no curfew. I had no rules really in the house. Like she only hit me one time with a spoon, smacked me upside the head with a wooden spoon, when I rolled my eyes at her. I was 13. Unresolved trauma gets passed through shame and abuse to our children. Yes. And it's like, our parents are all wounded too. And it is infuriating to me. Truth. I personally cannot stand weak women. It drives me nuts. You want to drive me nuts? Show me a weak woman who doesn't speak up for herself and just puts up with shit from men. It'll drive me nuts. Because I'm the little kid who cursed out my grandma in the middle of the family reunion to protect all the kids. I'm the one that was in the streets as a little kid going, so I went the opposite way. And yeah, what stunted me, because usually you're mad at what you also have issues with. What stunted me for too long, and it was my own fears, are people getting weirded out by me. So they're like, you're so much. Do you really dance like that? So I stopped myself from my own total freedom and expression of true being and true freedom and connection to the infinite for years. One was 10 years, one was 3 years, one was 2 years, one was 6 months, because it made somebody else who's not connected uncomfortable. Did you hear what I said? I didn't do what my true calling is and my true purpose in life, and how I help so many people just by being myself and my vivacious self. And yes, I am a fireworks display. And yes, I do dance like I'm having an epileptic seizure. And yes, I can aerial dance. And yes, I can do all these things. And yes, and I stopped myself because it made somebody else uncomfortable. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said to you? And who's getting uncomfortable? The people who aren't doing it. So they're only upset at you because they're not doing it. So it's like, let me tell you something. When you step out of that, I'm talking to myself. When you step out of that and start doing it for yourself, it's unfamiliar and it's lonely. It can be they say it's lonely at the top. They're not joking. It's because when you elevate and start expanding, see it in your own life. And when you're like, start following what you truly love, there are going to be people who don't like it because they're not doing it. That's why. And then you're going to attract people kind of like the magnet. It's almost like this is actually, Katie. It is a magnet. And when you remove it, which is actually easier than you think, ask me how. And then you start using it and you have it symbolically, like this is, symbolically your whatever hell you went through. When you start using it from an elevated place, those people are going to be attracted to you out of nowhere. It's like the relationships you never thought could happen. And this is my reaction. When you see amazing things that you never saw in your crazy life where you were raised by wolves. Hi, anybody else share that? And then you see actually like living authentically and living like in a happy space, and you're like, wait, what does that look like? Right? Because they're scared of being authentic. Yes, authenticity requires honesty, and most folks aren't honest. You know what is so crazy? There's some kind of study they did where people lie like 11 times an hour or some crazy shit. Like you're just lying about. It's like, holy Jesus. Are you lying to me? Don't lie to me. Yeah, and then you get somebody like myself that it's just honesty on fire. And you're like, oops, sorry, I said, of course I am a double Sagittarius. Like this, I don't mean they who have a plan for 2030 for humanity. I mean they, like your whoever, guides, angels, whatever, God, all of it, did have a funny plan with me because they're like, oh, let's send her in. Let's see if she can get over her own shit and be authentically awesome and show people a pathway how to, remove all this stuff and actually be straight up authentic, great word, healed warriors. I have been honest since third grade. It was a gigantic incident. Oh, since you were, oh, that's nice. What made you honest? Yeah, honesty is a huge thing, and honesty is fearful. Like honesty on the good side for me is more scary. Is more frightening than the bad. Do you know what I mean by that? Like I effing love you. Like I genuinely like love you. And then there is somebody in my life that I genuinely like. I love. Like I love you, and it's scarier for me to say I love you. Like for real, like you're the one I love. That's scarier than telling somebody to F off. Yeah, it really is. Because if I've stepped into like, oh my God, I actually genuinely love you, that means I could also lose you. And I don't want to talk about that. That's scary. It's again, like it's like you there's layers of letting go and layers of being like fully present and trusting. And it's like, I love you and I might lose you. Maybe we were only supposed to meet this one day. I don't know. I just genuinely love you. And I'm going to step in without the steering wheel and not know where the hell we're going. And like, holy God, I trust. And I trust that it's led me even here, like even with me and my app, like I'm going to do this course again in my app. I never knew I'd have a freaking app. Where is it? How do you work it? What's happening? Who? I was telling tales. Kids confronted me. I had to talk to the teacher, counselor, principal, and my mother. Oh, because you were lying. My mother said the truth is interesting enough. That is for sure. Wow. Yeah, I've been around some people who tell tales like pathological liars and stuff. Holy gosh. I'm so glad that that's amazing. You tried. Yeah, you decided to be brutally honest since then. Thank you. That's great. And BMC side says, oh yeah. So what are some of the biggest fears, Katie, or anyone who wants to jump in here? Like the fears of going forward in your own healing and trauma. And it's like, that's a big thing. I cannot lie, LOL. I turn a million colors, heart on my sleeve. Yeah, same. It's true, same. And sometimes I'm like a romantic relationship with me. You're gonna get love letters, and I'm gonna think you hate me. I'm gonna have to work through that. I don't know. Similar, right? Yeah. So I'm glad that when you're brutally, here's what I like: radically honest with yourself. Can you be radically honest with yourself? Heard it. Elvis goes hard. Yes, he does. He represents my boyfriend that I love so much. Yeah, and my dad. That's weird. It takes effort to self-talk into new pattern. True that, and I'll offer you something else, that it's no effort at all. Is that weird? It's easier done than said, because especially in a time where we've moved into like the self-help world, where it used to be the self-help books and the areas in the bookstore were like this, they had like a section, self-help section. And now it's like aisles. There's aisles of books for the self-help. And you can buy all the books you want. You can have all the affirmations you want. And it really does go down to what you're saying to yourself in your head. And that, what you're saying to yourself in your head, goes down to the stillness of a moment. And when you can be in a stillness of a moment, which many of us, again, haven't been trained how to do. Like, how do you do that? What's that? Just be quiet and listen. Not the whole, be quiet, I'm going to beat your ass. But just be still, because you don't know the answer. You don't know how you're going to drive without a steering wheel. But we're going to get there. Oh, my walls and every right. Nice. I need to put up signs all over my condo. Yeah, see, I never did that because I have too many parties, or had too many parties back in the day. And I was like, I could never do the affirmations on your mirror. I was like, you're beautiful. You're having a beautiful day. You're awesome. The world loves you. I was like, I just couldn't do it because I have too many parties. What's a steering wheel? Oh, BM. So this or if I can see your name. I was telling this story. I started this today with telling this story for this weekend. I was driving. I take Sundays off, Saturdays and Sundays mainly, but definitely Sundays. And I was I was getting to do some of my favorite thing. My favorite thing in the world is to be with somebody I love out in nature. I love camping. I love off-roading, and I went off-roading in a side-by-side, and I got to drive this new thing because I had never driven this particular one before. And I was driving, hightailing it, and I hit a log, and it literally broke the steering wheel. Like the steering broke, And, then you're holding the steering wheel and not driving. And the perfect thing happened. Instead of getting yelled at and reprimanded and beat up like I would have years ago by my, pick one, not literally beaten up, but yeah, you did something wrong again. It was, I'm so proud of you. I was like, damn, girl, you were driving that and you broke the steering wheel. I am so proud of you. And I literally was like, beam, that's the best thing you could ever said to me. You so dull. Yeah. Those sticks look sexy. Those drumsticks look fancy. Are they? They've got little cushions on to make them quiet. Like you need to make Angela quiet because she's too loud. Hey, good morning. So I had no steering wheel. So that's what I mean. Like sometimes you don't have a steering wheel. And that whole Jesus take the wheel thing, trust in where you're gonna steer. It was really, really great. It was really beautiful. A softener, yes. It's raw milk. I have just given in, never received, so to receive it seems difficult. You've just given in. Ooh, nice. That's nice. Given into trust, you mean? Given into you don't know the answer to the question? I don't know. I don't know what's going to show up. I don't know what amazing healing, out of stratosphere, next level relationship looks like. I don't know. But I'm willing to take that dance / dare. I got the analogy, the experience. Whoops. I love it. There's no steering wheel. I don't know. But it does boil down to what you're saying to yourself in your head. And then you can step into that it's not what you're saying to yourself in your head. It's not all these affirmations, all these books that you can buy and put all the affirmations on your wall and put the Post-its on your mirror. And you can do all that. But I'm going to tell you, it's easier done than said. And it's faster. Easier done than said. Because we spend so much time saying it. We spend so much time sitting on a freaking, therapy sofa for the next 25 years saying things. And it's it's easier done than said. I'm just stepping into a new you. It's weird. And the weirdness comes because you didn't see it. Like my friend Angie, I was telling you about, who was treated literally lower than a dog. Yeah, it's don't think about it, just do it. Yeah, just step into the fear. Feel the fear and take the step anyway. Yeah. Nice grips, probably. Yes. I finally understand what you mean now. Oh my gosh. Yes. You mean about it's easier done than said? Yeah. And then the done is doing nothing. And doing nothing is doing everything. Is that weird? You're what'd you say? It's the whole present moment. It's when you do nothing, when you're doing everything and you're stepping into allowing. I found the pliers this weekend that were lost in a 200 acres of wilderness. How the hell did I find these pliers that are just, who knows where they were, right? They'd fallen out. And I said, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work. I'll just lead me to where I need to walk. And I didn't walk 10 paces. And there they were. Thank you. And now if I talked about it and figured it out and tried to talk to my brain and tell me, oh gosh, well, I don't know how to do all those things. No, just do it. Can you flex your muscles? All right, listen. I get these questions from y'all fellas. Can I flex my pecs and do I have Converse sneakers? Yes, I have Converse sneakers. Don't I have them on? No, I don't have them on. I have them right here. I got Converse right here. Do I have them on? No, because I'm barefoot, because I'm always barefoot. I'm barefoot as much as I possibly can be. Okay, how strong the legs can flex. That's what I have to say to you. I love you. Just do it because you can get lost on OCD spirals. Yes, you can get lost on trying to figure out how to do it, right? You're figuring out how to do your healing work. You're figuring it out. Cynthia, if you pop in here today, She was saying she's trying to figure out how to do this workbook. What? Listen, there's no figuring it out. Step 1. No, page 1. It's never too late to have a happy childhood. The end. Think about that. This workbook belongs to who? You? Great. Never too late to have a happy childhood. So, there we go. Grounding. Oh yeah, Alex is in here. Is Alex in here? That's my formula to life. I don't know what I'm doing here. However, I'm going to be present doing it. Seriously. Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how to actually be in. This is me personally. I've next leveled it up in like amazing play relationship and also my private life. I have leveled up in ways I never expected because I will get in my own way of I'm really protective of my space. Like I don't want you. I don't want you in here. Like I don't trust you. And also like, please, I love it. Like that's the one I want. Oh my God, pick me, pick me, pick me. Like it's this like balance of like always in my head. And when I have gotten out of all of the negative or the fears, it's really the fears of like, oh my God, are you going to be like that one dude? Oh my God, are you going to be like my dad? Oh my God, are you going to like lie, cheat, and steal? Oh my God, oh my God. So like being in those fears of, oh my God, are you going to? Oh my God, are you going to? Can be a magnet for it to happen. Like you're going to see and experience what you're fearful of. It's so like, wait, what? And my practice, the next level, like in the play stage, for all this work I've been doing for freaking years, and I'm only going to tell you these things because I feel like my life is my own teaching, you know? And so like I'll share. So, and also I'll share openly, like certain things I don't know. I don't know how to do that. Y'all know how to do that? I don't know how to do that. Like Crash Course to Manifest. Yeah, What the Bleep Do We Know? That's a great movie. It's true. It's true. It's true. So on the level of like next level playtime and next level healing has been getting out of my own head and saying to yourself and talking to me, what if you're wrong? What if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about? Because you can come in with all of these things. Well, they did this, this, and this. That means that they're going to do this, this, and this. And what if you're wrong, actually? What if that's not actually what's happening at all? What if that's something that did happen to you and that's a totally different person and you can and then when I remove the like I shut up, I stop saying and just do it. You know, it's easier said than doing it is easier said than saying it. It's easier to do it than say it. It's easier done than said. And when I step out of that fear of like, well, what if, I actually have amazing elevated experiences. It's wild. I'm like, huh. Well, I was wrong about that. I don't know if you have time left to do this talking self-sabotage. Oh God, self-sabotage. Ooh, yes. I have all the time in the world to talk about that. You can watch it for free. It's a half documentary, half movie. Yeah, it's great. It's great. Also, music and sound frequency. So true. Yeah, you are. This is what I've like been doing for like 20 something years, Kitty. Like I've tried all these things. I've done them, tried them, tested it. And sometimes you're still angry. And you're like Stanley here. You're going to self-sabotage because you're going to want to get this back because it's comfortable. That's what it is. Burn seaside. You're a healer, Kitty. I love it. Same. So yeah, okay. So you're gonna attract this back because you want it because it's familiar. And then, okay, I'm gonna spank you just a little bit. Burn seaside, okay? As I am spanking myself. You want this back because it's unfamiliar and you'll have a story to tell about it. Did I call you out just now? If you think about it, like, you know these stories, you know the trauma, you know the bad relationships, And if you get into another one and then you get into another one, you know that story already and you have control over it and you can manage it. Did I just call you out? I might have. I might have just called you out. And it's like, oh hell. Well, I'm gonna tell you, this is like, okay, I get that. So you're going back to high school or you're going back to elementary school because you know how that works. Okay. So like, great. Then stay in elementary school then. You can go in. I didn't mean I'm getting older though. Yeah. Well, I don't mean age. I meant like I meant like the trauma, the being attracted to the trauma and then getting attracted to the next lunatic relationship that's just like your dad or just like your mom because you're going to fix it. So we'll either take it to high school and then take it to college and then leave and go get a freaking like start your own life, stepping out of the layers. I know that I'm applying it to school now. So like if you are still stuck in this trauma, right? You can be attracted to other people who have this too, and you're going to fix them thinking that you're going to fix you when really you need to deal with this original trauma. Otherwise, you're just going to keep repeating it and keep repeating it and keep repeating it because it's familiar. It's familiar and it gives you a story to tell. I mean, there's a lot of people who are, I call them victim addicts. How old are you? I'm 55. It's true. You have a constant repeating. It's like you're on a hamster wheel of repeating the same damn thing. Hey, hallelujah, you know what I'm talking about? Yes, yes, yes. And it's familiar and it's, dare I say easy? Dare I say easy? Did I say that? Because you're like, oh, look, I know how to deal with that. I know how to deal with that one. I'll just use me as an example so you can get it and apply it where you're at. I was really attracted to and had repeat relationships intimately with really angry men. Okay. Like I was never thank God, because I'd be in a yellow jacket right now or an orange suit. But I was never hit, but I was yelled at a lot. Like yelled at, and they do it with other people too, not just with me. It would be like big, like anger rageaholics. They're going to throw the table over. They're going to punch a hole in the wall. Those guys are going to be the ones that get promoted for their behavior, by the way. And so that was my dude. Again and again. Oh, look, there's another one. Oh, look, married one. Oh, look, married another one. Oh, shit. Like, oh, look, it's your dad. Look. And so I'm like, oh, hell. And it wasn't until I saw that I was like, oh, I'm angry. I am angry. And I am really attracted to these angry men because deep down inside, I really kind of like it. And I respect it a little bit. And I wish that I could do it. Oh my God. And so when I actually saw that and I saw the connection, I suddenly am not attracted to angry men anymore. I'm attracted to like men. I like me some men. I like working men, but the anger part went away. It was like, huh, wow, that's like that's amazing. Well, I can help you then with that. Yay, Kitty's great. Magic question: what can I do right now to change how I feel right now? Yeah. Sometimes it's like stop talking. Because we talk ourselves into trauma too, right? When you're like, oh my god, and like another one with my intimate relationships. Personally, I've learned the power of get that booger shut. Why are you talking about me? Did I get it? I got booger. Yeah. Are you a friend of Bill's? I support people who are friends of Bill's and all that, but no. I mean, yes. I mean, I know that those steps, but I don't really partake in that, but I know it well and I support it. How about that? And seriously, walk away, hug a tree, walk and sing to trees. Walk and sing to trees. Yeah. Instead of your sword. I'm simple, quiet man. That's nice. Bill is code for AA. You know what it is. Yeah, no, I know, but I'm like, I support people in AA. It's a good 12 steps are great, but I personally don't yeah, I am a believer and watcher and a user of next level mindset. And when you say every day that you are something, you're staying at that level. Does that make sense? So if you stay every day, hi, I'm a addict, or hi, I'm fucked up, hi, then you are staying there. So I'm like, God bless y'all that needed that it works for. I am a proponent for going further, higher, deeper, further, higher, deeper at the same time. It's full. Our terrible don't come through you, blah blah blah. Yeah, so yes, I'm very very into getting off of alcohol and addictions. Yeah, that's also why I lead people to my friend Jesus. His name is Sean Gilder. He's the one in Nashville. He's helped many, many people get off of booze and benzo addictions. And 100% God's everywhere. Yeah, it's like God is like just all together. So he's helped people, addicts, alcoholics and benzo addicts. And he has a new thing, which is why I talk about him all the time. It's called Regenerate. And it is, I know the people who he's worked with prior, and they're still off of it. Regenerate is a powder that you can take for about a month. Some people did it for 3, but all the people that I knew that I've seen did it for 1 month with him, and they're still off alcohol and benzos. And you're just like, wow, that's amazing. And it's basically a combination of a cleanse, like what can cleanse your brain. And what he's going after is killing your inner critic, your inner, like, I hate myself, self-abuser, which leads you to, the self-critical, or he even says some people's inner critic is an inner tyrant. If you have one of those, check out my friend, the one in Nashville, Sean Gilder, because he has Regenerate, is an actual concoction that heals the physical brain. It like gets GABA into your brain faster. You can hear him talk about it, but I'm telling you the cliff notes from my brain, because I've watched it. I've watched him. I know him very well. I see the addicts he helps. And I'm telling you, it's the same thought. The inner critic, it doesn't matter whether it's alcohol, whether it's benzos, whether it's self-abuse, whether it's sex, whatever your food, like where you're squishing it down, the actual core feeling, which is connected to your inner critic. I mean, imagine my friend Angie, who I was telling you about when she was treated lower than a dog. Imagine her thought processes about herself. She's got an inner critic that's like a megaphone, right? So it's like to kill the inner critic with your mindset and your prayer work and your life work, and then actually to heal it in your physical brain. Hell to the yes. And he has it for alcoholics and benzo addicts. And I'm telling you right now, I signed up. I'm one of the 30, if you can get in there. Because I have a theory. I'm like, if he's healing that for addicts, then it would also work on those like myself. I have one too, y'all. I have the inner critic of like, that ain't gonna work. Who ever told you were funny? Who told you were funny? You can't do theater in the round with a flat butt. Who told you could do that? I got it too, y'all. So I'm gonna sign up for his Regenerate, and I'm gonna do it before my show. So you're gonna watch like what's happening in my own brain of how I level up, and I'll show you. I'll go first. I've done this for years. I'm like, I'll go. I'll talk about my self-abuse. I'll talk about I'll get naked and like reveal everything, so that you'll find something to be like, oh my God, I needed that. I needed that kernel or that nugget or the fishing line that I just threw at you. Nope, quit that. I see it in my daughter, and still though I'm worried if he uses trippy stuff. Oh, he quit stuff. Oh, I see what you're talking about. How to date at 37. She spent 8 months researching and creating boundaries. That's a really funny sentence. I wanted to learn how to date, so I created boundaries. That's what I just did, Kitty. I wanted to date, so that I shut off all of my dating sites. I'm not available. anymore. You have to call my sister. That's what I did. Trippy stuff. Trippy stuff. That's really awesome. So listen, y'all. Especially for the Cynthias of the world. I don't know if you're on here. I can't see every time. I'm going to start this workbook again. It's 117 pages. 170 pages. Can we do it in 30 days? My course that I have on there now for years is 52 weeks. It's literally a year. It's a year-long course. And I put the videos up there while I was pregnant so that I could stop going on the road and have a baby. And now I'm going to do the new videos. So we'll do it live, and and then I'll save the video and I'll put it in my course so you can go back to it everywhere. And I'm going to put it on my app, and I'm also going to put it on my Samcart, which I have a whole bunch of courses on there. I even have had a date for food. What's my number? Girl, listen. Oh, what's her number? Yeah, that's funny. You can't just have her number. You have to pay for it. And then I can send you her number. If you really, really want to talk to my sister, she will annihilate you. It's like whoever does that, I'm so curious to see who has the gumption to actually do that. That would be amazing. You're starting it over right now? I'll do it. Yeah, I'm starting it over right now. Mm-hmm. Are we going to do it literally right now? You want to start like right now, today? I suppose I could cut it in. Woo! Are we going to do it right now, starting today? Yeah, no, my sister is not nice. And that's not true. She's a lovely person, but she really does not like the male gender at all. And she was actually RAPE by my dad. So she really doesn't like men. Anyway, but we can go there all day long. But the great thing about her, talk about boundaries, she's got like boundaries and booby traps. Whereas I am the opposite. I'm like, I love you. Yay. I love you. Yay. I don't know a stranger. I go to a gas station and I'm going to make buddies, y'all. I'm just going to do it. That is me. Like, send me in. I'm going to start the dance floor. The kids are going to follow me. Animals from somewhere are going to come out of somewhere, and they're just going to follow me like a Pied Piper. And I don't know a stranger. And that can also be an opening for perps and weirdos. But I've gotten my energy on so strong, over the years that it propels them out. But then I also have people like my sister who are like, I got you. And meanwhile, I'm like, so like there's a sense with me, it's like naivete and also total badassery. There's a balance. I get it. I'm aware. Angela, my mom is that way, talks to everyone. Yeah, I mean, I like humans. Need to get the workbook. So the workbook, I really recommend you getting the actual one so you can write in it, because it's good to write freehand. You can also get it on. These are like 30 something bucks because they're color. This one's cheaper. This one is color, so it's like the color printing. I think it's 37 bucks on Amazon. This one I think is a little bit cheaper, but it's again, you can color this one. Both you can get as just downloads and print them yourself on your computer for like $9.97 or something. I'll put it more on my homepage right now. It's like angelashelton.com/workbook, I think. I mean, listen, judge me all you want. I'm trying. Oh my God. Where do we find these workbooks? angelashelton.com. When she updates the links. I'm actually going to put out. Hey, Jackie, I love you. Have a great day. Won't be here tomorrow. I have an appointment. Awesome. I love you. One of these, I have workbooks up on my website, and you can find them. And also, like, I'm organizing the links. What the hell are you talking about? Licks. This is a different show. Different links. And me personally, I believe I'm going to I'm here every morning. Yes. Monday through Friday, I'm doing it. I have made this commitment to y'all because I love you so much and because it's working. But the weekends, I unplug to do something. This weekend, I hurt myself really bad. And I broke the steering wheel. So 2 different things. I fell down a waterfall, saving my kid. That was, I'm so beat up. I got bruises all over my legs and my ass. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that bruise. Look at it. Yeah, I got it all over me. Because Jesus Christ. Because my kid was playing and the water was a little bit more intense than usual. We always play in these little waterfalls. And she slid slick to the edge of the waterfall, which was not like 5 million feet and you're going to plunge to your death. It's like a staircase. There's like 5 different layers of, you're going to hit and then you're going to hit and then you're going to hit and then you're going to hit. And you might hit your head. And she did one of these and she was hanging off the side of the waterfall, holding onto one little lippy rock. There was a little thin rock and she was holding like this. I died. You're seeing the ghost of me because I died. And I was like, oh my God. And I was too far away from her. And her little friend, who's like a little gymnast, climbed on the side and was getting to her to kind of grab the side of her shirt. And I was coming at her. Like I was behind her when we were swimming. And so I slid at her, but it's slick. And so I was like, oh God, what do you do in this mom moment? There's another time I have this scar. I saved her from another time. So I just went to her. I had backpack on. I had the whole I had my phone. I had everything. And I just did what a mom would do. I just slid to her and ninja'd her. Like I just grabbed her and flung her. Like I just kind of flung her to safety. And then I went over and I just fucking ate shit. And boy, did I ever eat shit. Woo! It was another time I was and I'm okay, but that was rough. There was another time she was a little baby and a whole other story. I was holding her and making a little fancy baby food. And there was the dishwasher was open. And honestly, my mom was there and she was driving me up the freaking wall. And I have a whole other thing with that. Yeah, I'm so glad I'm okay too. I am hurting. I'm not even lying. I'm in some pain. Thank you for Arnica. Arnica is great. There's another time where I got this scar. I'm telling you a story. Sometimes you got to protect your babies. And I had my baby in my hand because I always was holding her whole childhood practically. Was making her food. The dishwasher was there. And my mom was there just distracting, talking about saboteur. We'll come back around to your saboteurs being burning seaside. Remind me of that. So my mom's there, who is a saboteur. God bless her, but she is. So she was frustrating me. I turned and I tripped over the washing machine, the dishwasher door. And then beyond the dishwasher door, there was another drawer open because I was putting things away. Bad move. I tripped over the dishwasher with a baby in my hand, and I'm heading to an open door that is going to clock her right in the face. And so I did this. I lifted my baby. I lifted her high in the air, and I just took it. I just fell, and I just went this kind of like I flung her to safety out of the waterfall, and I just ate shit. And so I lifted her up and I just took it. And that's why I have a scar on my face. Blood was everywhere. It was crazy. That is also relative to your inner children. Like, what are you going to do to save your inner child? You just do it. You just do it. You don't think about it. You just do it. Yeah. And sometimes you got some scars to tell it. Lion King moves. Yeah. I know that I'm going to be the one to save you. And another time a friend of mine went through horrible things. God, I've experienced people having to go to jail and just Jesus, Lord, the things. And you just wonder how you're going to react in life. And it's like, I'm superhero. I also have some bruises to show for it. God dang. See that again? Shoo, wee. That's one. I got one back here and down my legs and all down my. Yeah, I'm a little sore. Thank God for arnica. Thank God for arnica. Yeah. But let's talk about the saboteurs. Nice strawberry. Yeah, it hurts. That's not the only one. It's pretty. It's painful. You like the paw prints? I got these pants. These are so cute. I got them for $2 at Goodwill. You know how don't you love how women say that? You're like, I love those pants, and you're like, Goodwill for $2 on the sale rack. And they're so slippery and nice. They got a little paw print. Yeah. I like me some thrift store shopping. I love thrift stores, except a flea market means a totally different thing to me now. Because I actually experienced the biggest fear of my life. I have two biggest fears of my life. Are you ready for them? You ready? It's not what you're going to expect. Angela Shelton's two biggest fears: bed bugs, crocodiles. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can give me perps all day long. I know that. That's my dad. But like bed bugs and crocodiles. Holy Mother of Jesus, they terrify me. And I have had two issues with them. So now I'm like, oh my God. So now when you've experienced bed bugs, a flea market has a different definition. Because you're like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Oh my God. You're scared of stairs? Wow, isn't it funny? Like you have just all this like random. You want them so cute. Shaved or natural Sylvester? That's really funny. Let me tell you a story, y'all. Let me tell you a story. Ah, going off topic, but when you get comments like that, you gotta answer it. So once upon a time, you're scared of splinters because of a dream. Oh God, I think you were safe from Crocs in the U.S. Yeah, well, I've been to Africa on safari in Kenya, and I got stalked by a crocodile. Oh my God! Oh! And then I ended up having alligators. We were visiting friends of ours. I had an experience with alligators, but it's just they're one and the same for me. Crocs and alligators. I don't care. It's like the same. Holy Mother of God, Jesus, please God, Jesus God. And it's funny that I tend to pick alligators in the card. Like if you pick a card, any card, it's alligator or crocodile. And they're like, oh. I'm like, oh gosh. Anyway, I've since learned a lot about them, and they don't terrify me as much as I actually think they're really cute now. Plenty of Crocs down set. Yes, seriously. I'm from the toilet of the country. Kitty. Have you seen The Hammer? I shot it in New Orleans. This is my movie we shot in New Orleans. I was there for 4 months shooting a movie. This one. Have I told you about it? I have a broken record about that movie. I'm just scared of the Crocs on people's feet. Oh God. Oh, that's really funny. That's really funny. Same. I'm his name is White. Oh my God. I love you. It's funny. I'm scared of your shoes, your Crocs. Good one. That's a good one. That's funny. Y'all are funny today. What am I doing today? I'm doing so much. My task list is so crazy. I want to talk about saboteurs of your time, and also the task list of getting all this shit done when you are leveling up and expanding. When you do this workbook, which I'm going to start doing maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe I'll give you a couple days to get it. Maybe we start tomorrow. I don't know. You tell me. I said things will happen in your life, unexpected things, and you're like, wait, why'd you do that to me? I'm like, I didn't do shit. I just presented you with an opportunity, and you did it. And I will tell you something. A lot of people who come around me and discover me and go to the website and go to start deep diving the rabbit hole of Angela Shelton want to write their books. They want to be speakers. They want to make movies. They have a dream of quitting their job and being a dancer. When you've come to me, I'm your like, hey, it's like a permission slip. I'm the permission slip for you to do that. And I'm just going to tell you right now, this workbook, I'm a writer. I've written books. I've written many screenplays and books and been hired to adapt novels. And like, if you deep dive me up, I mean, it's not my first rodeo. But I wrote this as my gift to survivors going through hell and also those who are supporting them. It's written in the hero's journey template. You don't even know that, but it is. And so when you actually do write out your stories and do the prompts and actually write it, you will have the first draft of your book. You're welcome. I know. You're welcome. I love you too. Have to get one. Basham, yes, makes sense. What Basham said. Mind if I have cross and those ugly things are make sure you start wearing them everywhere. That's funny. Be your own hero. I only fear self. Does that make sense? Yeah. That you only fear self. That makes total sense, Basham. That's 100% what it is. Your fear, because it goes back to this analogy. This is why this analogy works so well. This is why this is so popular, because it works. So your trauma, right, is like getting pierced with a sword. And you are not this. This is just something that happened to you. You are you, wounded. What would you be without this? Is like, oh, wait, I would have to actually do something. Shut up. I'm going to stay like this. I'm going to stay like this and not talk about it because I don't want to talk about it. God. Yeah. Yeah, what I did is I went deep within, sometimes during the 1.5 years of forgiveness works, to seek my inner child. And she was a metal bird cage. She was in a metal bird cage in the corner, small with knees up, head in corner. Oh, sorry. Always being up. Yeah. So if you are stunted and you actually stay like this, it's easier. It's 100% easier to stay in the little repeated trauma of hell, honestly, of like, okay, we're just going to do that again. Okay, you're going to get into that relationship with the same freaking person who's got the same poisoned issues that your parents had, and you're just going to, because you know that and you know how to do it, and great, have fun with that. How's that ankle bracelet? Or how's that repeated trauma? How's that addictions? How's that pain? How's that wake up and you feel like crap? How's that going for you? You can do it. You can do it if you want. It's your choice. But to remove it and then step into next level of healing and then using it, which is in this, it's awesome. This workbook is really, really, really great. And I didn't even take ownership of it. It was totally channeled through me. I'm going to totally give you that. It was through an awakening, like an aha moment. I saw the whole thing, and it was through a meditation that the whole thing came to me. So this was a gift from the ethers that I wrote down, and it's my most, it's great. And you can play drums with this thing now. I mean, it's wonderful. Look at it. And I did it for myself and for this other self-abuser I just saw the whole thing. I saw the whole thing of how our trauma is like getting pierced with a sword. And you can live like that for the rest of your life. And this can apply to any trauma. It can apply to you were married to somebody freaky. It could be applied to your horrible parents. You were raised by wolves. It could be applied to that thing that happened to you, that one thing. Hey, Elvis. Hey, Elvis had some swords. Can we tell? Yeah. And I've been through everything that killed this guy, except cocaine. I never did that. Was he doing that, or was he just popping pills? It was like that fear, overwhelm. You're actually a prolific teacher and spiritual guide, and you get caught by your own stuff in this land and this life, and you get trapped, and then you die. Hi, that's him. And we share the same numerology numbers, 27-9. And those are spiritual teachers that tend to many times get trapped in following other people and not believing their own gifts. And so that they will cover up their own gifts with their own addictions. And until sometimes they don't, until they have an awakening and come out and say like, oh, wait, I'm actually the one, the teacher that I've been hiding from. Hi, Elvis. How are you? A friend of mine said, "You're like Elvis, just not dead." I was like, well, I do shake my leg a lot in certain situations. Why are you judging? This is why I asked you if you were friend of Bill's. Similar basics in philosophy, smart one. Yeah. Yeah. And I've tried everything. I've been down most every path. If there's one that I haven't, I would try it. Still invite me. It's just with the 12 steps, I personally think I like to level up from that. Let's just put it that way. I don't want to, like, it works for a lot of people. That's great. I just think it's very, very, very powerful. I don't think it is. It is very powerful what you're saying. And when you say that you are, blank, you're this all day long, like instead of, I don't even like saying the word survivor, to be honest. Like, because all of us, we're survivors of everything, for God's sakes. We're like thriver, you're a warrior, you're a fully present divine spark of spirit. Hi, I'm a divine spark of spirit. And you're Batman. Nice. Perfect. I grew up with the addicts. I know how they think. Yeah. So the addicts thing, God dang. And then growing up with alcoholics, same. It's addicts, alcoholics. And you know what the craziest thing is? My dad, who is probably, top of the list, one of the worst. Well, I don't even want to say that because he's not one of the worst ones. One of the worst ones are the ones that work with other people, to share them and sell them. Those are the worst, in my opinion. My dad was working alone in the van down by the river. You know what I'm saying? Gross. Yeah. He was the candy man. He had an arcade. He's a loner. Then there's other ones that work together, and you see the sound of freedom, y'all. That's some truth. That is some truth right there. Truth. Good way to start the day. I am Batman. Why not? This is perfect. Quite literally, the negative thought patterns we say to ourselves in our heads are so outrageous that when you flip it to, I'm Batman. Listen, watch social media now. There's people that I identify as a red-tailed hawk. Just take ownership. I identify as Batman. Now, don't go crazy with it down there like lunatic. But just if you are actually like, hey man, Batman today, it's way better to say something like that than it is, oh well, I look horrible, I'm not doing it, I'm whatever you're saying, your negative thought patterns. I sometimes wonder if my dad worked with others in. Do you have one of those? Oh God, I'm so sorry. Bill is a good starting point, yes, and stepping stone. Never did, yeah. Same. Yeah, no, I never did that. I never did the COKE. I have seen it time and time again. I was a model. And I was modeling with Linda Evangelista and Chrissy Turlington and Naomi Campbell. And I'm from that era. And man, I lived in Paris and Milan. I saw a lot of. And I saved two girls from being, I saved them. They got roofied. And I was able to save their lives. You're welcome. Whoever you were, you're welcome. And I was there to catch that fall and save them from the playboy that shows up out of nowhere. I will take her to the hospital. I'm like hell you will. Like hell you will. Have you met me? I'm the kid in the middle of the street going, hell no. So no, you're not taking this passed out girl to the hospital in your Playboy fancied sports car. I don't think so. That you were the one that probably put this in her drink. I don't think so. I think you need to back the way up. And I think honestly, I know how to use this thing. This is not just a joke. Like, I actually do know how to use it. So you better back away. That's what I got to say about Jay. Speaking of this and actually using it in my show, Pricked, which is November 5th, which is basically, my comedy show, I'm essentially taking you through this. So let's start doing this, and then you're going to be ready for my show, because my show is a very comedic version of this, where I'm taking it through you, and then during it, I'm actually showing you how to actually sword play for when you have your swords and you move and you actually get back in your body as a full like warrior stance, and you do it correctly, like you do the sword moving correctly. And oh my honest calling. How to get your show is AngelaShelton.com, and it has a button right there. Like, get the show. It's November 5th. Up at the top, too, it says, get the show. You can get the tickets to watch virtually because they'll have 2, maybe 3 cameras. Kind of like, think about it like a Netflix show, but not on Netflix. Who knows? They might be able to buy it later, but I'm weird like that. I'm like, I don't like their rules. I don't like it. So I'm owning the content. I'm doing it's $27, just so you know. And the actual show on November 5th is in London. It's going to be like a long TED Talk. Like it's a TED Talk, but long and with puppets. And I'll be dressed like Elvis and I'll be singing to you at one point. And at one point, I probably will be naked. Yeah. And there's a reason for that. You're welcome. Anyway, you're welcome. And so that is $27 to see it online. And you know, you'll be able to have an hour afterwards with me because I can't take you through the show and then just leave you. Leave you like, hey Jay, are you? Yes, November 5th in London, November 5th. Remember the 5th of November. And then I will have it, the recording, I will have it. So I will be able to show it again. And so you can watch it remotely. If you come to London, you have to actually get the package because it's going to come with an actual, like a package that you will need because the show is interactive. What'd she say? Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I'm so excited. Yay. I need to start saving to jump the pond and see you. That would be amazing. Yeah. We can see it online for 20. So please get that ticket because that ticket I used to pay the guys in London who are filming it. So just so you know. So that's my that I'm using that to fund the payment for the London crew, which is some of my same crew from my movies, which is very cool. And then the ticket and to actually have the package, it's like it's like $400 something because it's like it's a book, it's a cloth, it's a belt, it's a whole thing, it's a whole like thing you get. And then when you want to actually come and stay, like if you want to actually experience it, I'm rolling it into a retreat for those who like totally get me because you should come a couple days before, day of, and then the evening of, and the next day. I mean, it's like, we just went through a total life-changing catharsis. I don't think you can walk away from that. Like, you got to have a minute. You need some food. You need some milk. You need some loot. Yeah, so there's a special loot being made. My friend, the one in Nashville, Sean Gilder, is making a loot for London so that it covers their laws there. Yeah, 5 to 7 days, exactly. I'm thinking 2 travel days. So there's a week. So there's 2 travel, like forget those days. And then you got 5 days. That's exactly it. So that you can, because what I'm doing in this show is, yes, it's for me because I think it's fun. But really I'm doing it specifically for you. And there's a reason I say it's a comedy that's not funny. So it's very, very funny, but it's not funny at all. And so it's mortifying, actually. It's like mortifying and totally manifesting and like total metamorphosis. It's like, And so I'm doing it to where I give you who are there in person an opportunity to do exactly what I just did, even kill the demon. Like you get to fight and like actually sword fight the actual demon. Like, and you're like, wait, what? And I take you through sword lessons. I take you through the humor. I take you through the death and then the rebirth, and you get to do it with me. You're not like just sitting there watching like this, like popcorn. Like if somebody wants to just sit and watch with popcorn, then you should watch from home. That's the most awful things are like that. The most awful things are like that. Like what? I watched your shows this past week. Yay! Hey, Wendy. Which shows? The movies? The whole Angela package. Yeah, it is the whole Angela package. And it's like, that's exactly what it is, Basha. It's like a Phoenix trainer. Yeah. It's like, it's awful funny. Yeah, it's awful funny and fun. And I'm providing a space. So at the end, I'm saying like, okay, I just revealed everything to you. What are you going to do? Because there's your book and there's your thing. What are you going to do? It's not going to be the same thing I did, nor should it be. Like, we're not the same, but I just laid some pathways for you. It's like clearing a path. It's very much like when we heal our brains and we actually do think new things. For example, like if you just picture your brain with all, send me a book, Angela. Oh yes. Yeah, sign up for it. I'll give it to you. I'm the book that comes with it. Oh look, that one. The book that comes with it is the Survivor Manual, which is not out yet. It's specifically for the show. And that's my own Survivor Manual of here's the steps of getting out of this. So when we come from trauma and we have all of the negative thought patterns in our head, picture your head is like broccoli. It's got all kinds of like little pathways. And this is like, you're a piece of crap. You're nothing. You just like your parents. You're just like your mama. You're going to be just like you ain't going to go nothing. You ain't got no money. You come from this. You ain't going to be, like all the negative thought patterns in your head are like these little highways in your brain. And they actually are things, like thoughts are things, right? And I thank you for that. Hi, Angela. I don't know if you remember me. Nick's ex. Who's Nick? Like Nick, like a prick Nick? Mo, I probably, if I go deep dive you further, I probably do remember you. And Nick, I don't know who Nick is. Nick, who's Nick? Consulting with Angela, yeah. Here's your consulting. Gosh, I'm ready. Yes. Monique, I'm sure I remember you. Yes. Home. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, right. Okay, got you. I didn't know that there was an ex involved. So you're friends with Nick, I hope, or not. Okay. Yes. Okay. Hey. So we're talking about the crazy neural pathways and negative thought patterns in your brain are like a highway, and you can start bringing in all the things that are attached to that. Like Katie was saying, like it's like a magnet. So if your 6-lane highway is I'm a piece of crap, things show up in your life to confirm that you're a piece of crap. And much like people like myself who have already done the work of the sword, we can like slice through those negative thoughts and lay new pathways and tell you how to do it. You got to do it in your own brain. You got to do it in your own brain. Nobody can do it for you. That's the big, huge waste of fucking time that you spend 25 years sitting on a sofa popping pills that the person on the sofa is also taking. So that's a whole trap of baloney caca right there. But if you will use it in your own brain and forge neural pathways, forge new paths in your brain of the positive versus the negative, you start growing those into 6-lane highways. And it really does work. It's easier done than said. It really is. Morning, friends. Helping my Medicare peeps. Oh, yay. That's Rondi with your new TikTok. Is it? Yeah, girl. Are you toying with my emotions? No. Do you want me to? I don't have time for that shit. Hey, from Boulder, Colorado. I love Boulder, Colorado. Go to the Life Vessel there. Do you know it? If you don't know it, please go there and tell them I love them. If you look up Life Vessel, it's sound and energy light therapy. It's like getting in a coffin almost. It's a little weird and claustrophobic sometimes, but you get into it. It's a very, very great healing avenue. It's in Boulder, Colorado. Life Vessel. You're welcome. Say all right. I just love the easier done than said. Right? Everybody says that. It's easier said than done. It's easier said. No, that's because you're wasting time talking. People who say it's easier said than done are wasting time. They need to shut the fuck up and do it. It's easy. It's easier done than said. Same with healing. Same with therapies. You can talk all day long. You can do all the workshops. You can do even this, honestly. Even that you can talk about it all day long. but it's easier done than said. And when you actually do the actual work and write it freaking down and answer the freaking questions and write it down with your actual hand. Typing is good too, but there's something really good about writing it out. Even working with the non-dominant hand, answering some questions with your other hand, will get you out of your head. It's easier done than said. And then you're like, I feel different. I'm attracting different people in my life. I don't know what to do. It's weird. Yeah, I know it. So one has to put the work in. Goes back to fear. Exactly. The subject of today was fears and anxieties, and fear and do it anyway. And the fear what? Like fear is false evidence appearing real. Fear. My kid, when she was 2, my brilliant child, which is why I go over waterfalls to save that child. Jesus Christ. Have you seen this? Yeah. Have you seen this? Yeah. That's right. That would be my butt. That's just one. So she said when she was 2 years old, my brilliant, which I think I'm going to make a series of t-shirts for her, like I have time, but give me a second. She literally says to me, Mommy, why are we afraid of fear? I'm like, that's a t-shirt, kid. Why are we afraid of fear? For real. It's like a sensory deprivation tank. Oh, the life vessel, I wouldn't say it's a sensory, I would say it's a sound bath, a sound and light bath. It's very cozy. It's got a Tempur-Pedic bed in there. It's not, but yeah, sensory, yeah, sort of. I've done that too. I've done the floaty egg where you float in the water and the egg thing. Those are pretty cool. I'm going to say the life vessel is better because it gets you on a different layer. It's like getting deep into your cells and your molecules and putting, it's real cool. It's really cool. All right. Yes, it's easier done than said. It's easier done than said, people. I need to put that right on my freaking website. It's easier done than said. Just like making movies, like I help people do their movies. I'm consulting on independent movies to help them through the absolute nightmare baloney caca that is Screen Actors Guild. I will say it all day long. You suck. The people who are striking right now should be striking against their own union. But ask me why. I'll tell you everything. Hi. Mm-hmm. But same with independent filmmakers and people who are writing their books that I also help. It's easier done than said. Set a date. Set your start date, and you just work towards that. And then you got your date that you're going to release or your date that you're going to start. And then you set a time frame, and it's work. That's the work. The work is doing the work for yourself, which circles me back to the saboteur comment. As you get better and you start doing this, the people that are going to do this next with me, we're going to start today or tomorrow. I don't know. You tell me. There are people, and when you're going to write your book, when you're going to do your course, when you're going to go to the next level, when you're going to have really great, amazing, fun relationships, when you're going to lock down your calendar and like you're not available to other people because you're on a trajectory of moving forward in your life. There are going to be people who are saboteurs. The saboteur. Do you know them? Yeah, I have them. I got them too. And they're going to try everything. They're going to have physical problems. They're going to blow up your phone. They're going to blow up your email. They're going to come in person. They're going to throw anything at you. And here's why. Because they're not doing it. 100%. They're going to do that because they're not doing it. And I have been through the hamster wheel of all the different reactions to the saboteur. And I am telling you what's working for me the most is a firm boundary and a little bit of a shiny object, like shiny object over here. Like I'm still going to do all my stuff. I'm still going to have my personal time on lockdown, but you can watch this video over here, or I will see you on this date here. And then you got to keep to it. You got to keep to it for those people who are anxious attachers. but they will continue to try to and sabotage your time because they are not doing it. And it's like this, okay, right? When you're like dun, 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 dun. This angry Stanley is going to come like this. No, wait, no, wow, because you're an example to them. You're doing it, and they're going to come out. They will. I broke my leg. Oh, you got to run me to the hospital. Oh, I got this. Oh, I had to do this. Oh, this horrible tragedy happened. We need you and only you. As you're going like this, right? The hardest thing for me, being the whole people pleaser and all that shit, I got it too, is your calendar's on lockdown. Were you on the schedule? If you're not on the schedule, you need to call somebody else. And that is massively huge, and it's heartbreaking. I get it. I get the whole, but what are they going to do? But they need me. No, they don't. They got a phone, and it's a big thing, and it happens when people are leveling up. It happens when you're going to the next level, when you're writing your book, when you're going to change your job, when you're in your relationships and you start getting better and your other half isn't. They're going to start throwing some shit at you, and the best is like, what I'm learning is just throw them some love and say, what are you doing in your life that's fun? That's like throwing something at them that like, wait, what'd you say? What are you doing in your life that's fun? Tell them to go find some fun and come back to you. I'm trying to remind myself not to be so selfless. I become selfish. Not to be so selfless. I become selfish. Somebody said to me one time that selfishness was their virtue. Being selfish, because they had never been selfish. So they were creating selfishness into a virtue. And I'm like, there's something to be said for that. Because we are also being told so many times, like, don't be selfish. We need to feed off of your energy like a bunch of zombies. Stop being so selfish with it. So it's like, I don't know. I see it's like it could be also a gift. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, how can you be more self-ish? If self is God, how can you be more God-ish? Boom. There it is. Oh no, I'm going to be selfish. Because what does selfish mean? Is selfish meaning that you're going to eat a pint of ice cream and have a Netflix, like, what is that stupid thing they say on dating? They're like, I want to Netflix and chill. I'm like, oh, so you're not doing anything in your life? I don't want to hang out with you. Hi, I'm not doing anything in my life but eating crap and poison and watching TV that other people made. You want to do it with me? No, thanks. I'm going to go climb a mountain or something. Oh, okay. Not actually selfish. Gotta be good to ourselves, says the one that does. Yeah, says the one that doesn't. So it's like, where can you be more selfish? And meaning self is God. Like, you are connected to the infinite. So your source is the infinite source of self, which is love, which is God. So how can you be more Godish? I got goosebumps off my whole body when I said that. So you can be more selfish by being more Godish. Hey, I'm going to be like Godish today. I'm going to be like Godish today. Which means I'm going to go do a meditation. I'm going to go swim. I'm going to do a hike in nature. I'm going to write for whatever it is, 30 minutes for an hour. And then I'm going to do all my work. When you have that, I'm saying to myself, I have to do this. That means you got to get up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. That means that you can't spend the time eating the poison and just sitting around watching TV, because you don't have the actual time. Because this is also why I'm going live every single morning now, is because I've been following these amazing men and seeing, like, how the fuck do you guys do it? How do you do it? How do you do it? And these fellas are doing 3 to 6 hours every single day. 3 to 6 hours. Wrap your head around that. Of body, mind, and spirit maintenance. And they might not call it that. They might look at you weird if you said that, but I'm just paying attention to them. This is like the mechanic who is excellent at building vehicles. He will be there for 3 to 6 hours, easy, or working in happy place, happy land. There is the one who's a healer or a speaker, and they're going to go in a cold plunge. They're going to go to yoga. They're going to do their meditations. They're going to do their laying in a hyperbaric oxygen tank. Who has the money for that? But God bless you. They're going to do their meditation. They're going to do their yoga. They're going to do their whatever thing they do for 3 to 6 hours. And usually 6 hours if they have appointments. I've been watching these guys. And it's like, huh. And many of them are not going to say, I do this for my body, spirit, and mind maintenance. That's what I do. They're probably going to look at you like, huh? And, the ones that have teaching, like, there's some out there that I've been watching that are, they're already teachers and stuff. So they might say that. They might and I have a course on that too. Hi. And I've just been watching them. And the one in Nashville, the one Jesus that I call him, is my personal favorite. And he does it too. He has 3 to 6 hours. And this is the key. It's not negotiable. It's literally non-negotiable. So, because they have books, they have events, they have businesses, they have a goal, and many of them also have families, kids. He doesn't. He wants them. Relationships, dating. Wait, what? How did you shower and shave? How? When? Did you shit on yourself? Are you wearing a diaper? How do you layer up? And so, for myself, I have businesses. I have a child. I have movies that I've done. I have books. I have a trajectory of my show that's in 3 months. It's 3 months away. Oh my God. How the hell do you do that? How do you find 3 to 6 hours? Well, I have like a real, I'm a real one, like a real, and when you have you go all the way around and come back to the point, all the way around and come back to the point, like y'all should do. You're welcome. Go all the way around, come back to the point, all the way around, come back to the point. You're welcome. That means also that I'm like, how can I layer up? How can I do what y'all are doing, but also get all my stuff done, but also have fun, but also stay connected? So I take my 3 to 6 hours. This is going to be, I started at 8:30. We're going up on 2 hours. Here's 2 hours that I've played. I've actually practiced. I've practiced my speech a little bit, even though it's all over the place. I play with my puppets, so I'm going to have 3 hours. I'm going to have maybe 2.5. And then I'm going to take my kid on a hike. That's going to qualify as 1 later. And then that means so that's 3-4 hours. If I have an appointment, if I'm going to do yoga, whatever, etc., that's added to that. As long as it's body, mind, and spirit, it's got to go in the day. It's got to be scheduled. And then I'm going to actually start my day job. My actually work stuff I have to get done. And it's shut down. That means that I shut down TikTok. That means I shut down my email. That means I shut down my Snapchat, which has been huge for me because I don't know if y'all have that, where when people blow you up, they need you, you'll stop what you're doing and then go answer their stuff. That's my practice, and that's what I'll share. When you have a plan, it's like there's going to be a message that goes unanswered, and somebody might get all freaked out and upset about it. Did you get any bruises for that? Did you want to see my bruises, Jay? You missed that. I am beat up, and I'm sore, but thank God for arnica. I just struck milk all over myself. Yes, Jay, do you want to see my butt? Look. Ow, Jesus. That's just one. That's one. And I got it down here and then a little bit. I think I had a backpack on. But yeah, I got one over here and I got one down my front of my legs. Oh, yeah. Yes. I ate it going down that waterfall. Yeah, I did. But I told the story earlier. That's also how I saved my kid from hurting her face one time, and we were falling and I just lifted my kid up in the air and just took it. And that's why I have this scar right here on my lip, blood everywhere. But with this, she was hanging on to the side of a waterfall. Yeah. My heart stopped. And you just go into ninja mode. Like, oh God, what do I do in this situation? I just went towards her and I flung her. Like I just flung her to safety, and I went because that was the only. It was so slippery and it was so fast, and I was like, "What do I do in this situation?" But I'm not gonna get a rope. She's holding on for dear life on this one teeny little thing. I didn't have time to think. I didn't have any rope or anything. I just had to go to my child and fling her to safety, and then I went over the edge of a waterfall. And I'm very sore. Yeah. Are you doing a replay? A replay, yeah. Did you slip to get there? Oh yeah. Well, the whole thing was slick. What happened is we were like swimming in like a little pool, and then there was this slick rock that kind of goes to the waterfall. Usually we could just walk on that, and then there's these steps that go down the side of the waterfall. But this particular day, the water was so fast that the steps had been totally taken over, and the rock was really slick. And so you couldn't walk on that. You slipped. And so she slipped and then turned and was like, "Oh, mommy," and was able to hold on. Oh my God, my heart. Yeah. So I kind of had to do a forced slip. I was trying to hold on as I slid to her, but yeah, I was not. I just got out of the shower and I'm hearing the same story. Oh, sorry. I was doing a recap for Jay Bosham. Yeah, so Jay's moderator. Jay gets to hear it. Jay just wanted to see my butt. Let's just not lie about it. Stop lying. And we were talking about my angry sloth. Proud mama. Oh God, I'm not proud that she was in that situation. And of course I tell her dad, and he of course thinks it's my fault. I'm like, I love humans. Humans are so tortured. Anyway, we got a bat. This weekend, the bats were flying all around, which was amazing because there's been this like white-tailed thing with bats. Did you know that? They've been like endangered and there's no bats around anymore. And I just thought it's bad. You got a weird mouth, buddy. You got a weird little mouth. Yeah. Bats. Yeah. Anyway, I was camping this weekend and the bats were flying all around. It was very, very cool. And Jay, you missed the story of me. Who else's fault would it be, Angela? It's like, well, why would it be my fault that my kid slipped? It's like, okay. You like slip playing. Yeah, I know. I feel you. Oh, hello from Maryland near Baltimore. Baltimore, Maryland, Baltimore. Been there. Hi, Maryland. I did put one little thing up here because I've discovered I can put live videos. I can cut them. They're cut into little pieces already on the back end. I didn't know they did that. And so I'm able to grab some little pieces and put them on as TikTok videos. And I put one that said, "I've been to every state, down every highway." Not everybody can say that. And I love the haters. They're like, who cares? Not to mine. I like Vegas. There's a lot of things about Vegas I like. There's some good food in Vegas, actually. And I love the Bellagio water fountain. That's fun. It is fun. I'm not into gambling. It is some super hot. It is hot in Vegas. But I like the shows. Please, I'll go see Cirque du Soleil. Let's go all day long. Let's do it. Yes. So Vegas. Oh my God. There's some unsung heroes too in this country. Like Arkansas is surprisingly beautiful. New Jersey has some pretty sections to it. You'd be surprised. But it's that dry heat. Yeah, it is dry heat where you can breathe better. Here's Clyde half-ass. He loves me. Yeah, he's feeling all delicate. He's Clyde half-ass because he ain't got no ass. It's Clyde half-ass. He's like anybody but me. He likes me very much. Did you just... Wait, let me read that. I've been tempted to go to Vegas and become a mermaid. You know, that's not a sentence that you hear every day. I've been tempted to go to Vegas and become a mermaid. How y'all doing? That's Cynthia. Awesome. Hey, that's awesome. I've been over 100. It's been over 100 all summer in Texas. Our rivers are so slow now. Interesting, because it's boiling all that water up. Why don't you bring me to Texas? Let's do it. What? And let's do an event. Yes. Cynthia, how long have you been on here? I've been talking about you a couple times. That's a really funny sentence. I've been tempted to go to Vegas and become a mermaid. Well, shit, hell. Me too. Not, but I'll watch. Go to the middle of the desert and become a mermaid. That's really funny. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about you, Cynthia, about the workbook. Because I was like, I'm going to start this either today or tomorrow. When is it going to be? But you need to get it. You can get the download, or you can get the order. If you order it on Amazon, I don't know how fast it comes to you if we start today or tomorrow, but it'll be recorded, so you'll be able to go back. Some people fast, some slow, some only half. Exactly. He's half-ass. Clyde, half-ass, loves me. Who do you love, Clyde? Angela Shelton. Angela Shelton. Are you like all the boys in their 20s? Oh, yes. yes. I was on then, had to go back, and I'm back for now. Hey, Soulshine. Hey, Soulshine. How are you? Sandra, who's on here, she named Clyde. So, you get to name the puppets if you're on here. If a new one pops up, you get to name them. This is Clyde. Half-ass! And he does things half-assed, but he loves Angela Shelton, so we're cool. I love him. And I love me some boys in their 20s. I help them so much. What'd you say? And I'm not even done. I'm not even ready yet. I've just been practicing. Just wait until I'm ready. What? What are you going to do to get ready? Oh, I love me some Clyde Half. Working cleaning the kids' restroom at the school I work at. Nice. When you just got me playing? That's funny. I love Clyde. Half-ass that. That's awesome. Nice puppet. Yeah, I got so many puppets. And I have so many talents too. Like sword play. Here's a duck. You ready? Sometimes you're just a little funky ducky. Are you a funky ducky? You are a funky ducky with Elvis. Funky ducky. She goes down a total side winger. No, side winger, talking about ducks. I got trauma and ducks. My cats would go nuts. Oh, yeah. I have so many. I have a cat too. Oh my God, don't fall. I have this big old cat. This is a big cat. It's like a Maine Coon. Big cat. Got any grapes? I don't have any grapes. I don't have any grapes, Jay. Why would I have grapes? I have a grape puppet? Jay, what are you talking about? Hold on. I have purple. Ready? How's this going to go? I have this. This is what I dance with things like this. This is why the children follow me. I'll dance with things like this, and they're like, ooh, who's that? It's Safe Side Super Chick dancing. Yeah? What are you doing? Anyway, here's a duck. Where's Mama at? Mama is at home. She just got her house cleaned by the local church, which means I'm going to go to some sermons. Y'all, thank you for hooking my mom up, because my mother is one of them. I don't have cats, no. I have a cat puppet. A cat puppet. And then there's a kitten somewhere. But I don't know where she is. She's like, I have a little kitten. I don't know. Anyway, my mother is fine. I think I might. Thank you, Jesus. I might go live with her to later today. I have been speaking of the subject of saboteurs. My mom is one. Very bad one. And so I have been managing her by picking her up, and that it started in the wintertime when I'd pick her up and go live with her in my car because I had that set time, and then we're done. And then it's like she's been taken care of. She had her time with me, and then I can part ways. But I have been learning and having to learn my own boundaries, because if I don't do that, she will, I mean, oh God bless her, but anybody have one of these? Like, you're working on something, or you're doing something, or let's just say you're filming something. My mom is gonna be the one that's like, oh, were you doing something? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, woo. Were you doing something? Were you in the middle of something? Oh, wait, let me call right now. Oh, let me walk into it. Oh, let me sabotage this stuff. Like, I get it. This is my mother. This is my mother. And it's funny when I have witnesses, like my family, they're like, oh, doing that again. It's, I think it goes back to this, and when you have your own wounds that you haven't dealt with and other people are elevating out of it, people who are wounded still will try, consciously, unconsciously, intentionally, unintentionally, will try to thwart your progress forward because it makes them feel better about themselves. And it makes them feel like, okay, because if they could consciously, unconsciously, intentionally, unintentionally, if they can thwart your progress going forward, then they feel better about themselves. Does that make sense? And I don't mean to bag on, it's like, I do cherish my mom. My mom is awesome. My mom is great, but my mom is also a saboteur. Do you understand? So there is balance there. And there's been having to be like, I've had to come out of, I'm having first world problems. Are you? I love it. First world problems. What do you mean? Your internet isn't working? Yeah. So it's like, there's, you can cherish your family and cherish your parents and cherish your people, but you still protect your own time, and it's just like, stay, Cynthia. Like, I can have messages all day long on all the different social platforms. I will not read them. I just won't, because I'm set on my own schedule, and I'll check for a certain, I'll give myself 30 minutes or something to scroll through Instagram and see the comments that I need to get back to, But if it's somebody's own stuff, hey, listen, that's not my job. And that's a huge thing to get ownership of in your own life. Hey, Jay. Hey, my mom was awesome too. Dad was, wow, that's fancy. High school cheerleading form. Oh my God, first world problems. High school cheerleading forms. I'm so glad that my daughter is not into anything like that. God bless her. She's going to be into archery. That's what she wants to do, archery and typing. I was like, thank you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. When she didn't want to do soccer and baseball, I praised baby Jesus and all the saints and all the fat cherubs in heaven. I was like, oh. Have I heard of the duck song? As in the D-I? Duck? No. Or are you talking about actual duck? Where'd my duck go? There it is. Are you talking about duck? Or are you talking about my parents are saboteurs? Yeah. Yeah, you an essay per, yeah. So you get me, you feel me. And so you can be your own saboteur of stopping your own progress forward. Duck, the duck song. No, I don't know. I don't know it. I don't know this duck song. But you look like you're chewing gum. Hey, here's my duck song. I am a duck and I don't give up about your shit. So when you say that, okay, somebody who's an anxious attacher, right? Oh, I see you. Can be like, oh my God, she said she doesn't a duck. She said her duck doesn't give a fuck. And that means it's about me. Oh my God, no. Get out your own. Yeah. No, listen. This is what you got, girl or fella. This is what you got. I'm my own sab, and I have plenty outside sab. Yes. you have shown me that you are your own saboteur. And I'm telling you, it's easier done than said. It is easier done than said. Stop talking so much. Just stop talking for a second. Stop. And just listen and be present. And notice this, right? Because when you're in like that anxious, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I'm stopping everything in my life. Everybody around me is stopping me. You're in like the little hamsters on the wheel of baloney caca, and they're just going fast, and you're just coming up with even more ways to sabotage yourself. And then you're getting more into your anxiety because you're not shutting about your own trauma, because it's other people talking to you. It's like the negative thought patterns, if you look at it really, if you really deep dive your negative thought patterns, it's what somebody else or thing said to you or did to you. And you're just repeating it. And when you can get into like that aha moment of like, wait, what'd you just say? I said, all of the negative thought patterns that you've got going on are something that somebody did or said to you that you're repeating. Do you hear what I'm saying? And you can do, yeah, you're shutting up. Now listen, but I say that with I say that from a God place, like get selfish. And if selfish is, since you are God, you are the divine spark of spirit, you are the essence, you are made up of the same stuff, right? We're all made up of the same stuff. So you can be selfish, be more selfish, which means be more God-ish. Then you will stop on the hamster wheel of coming up with all the reasons you think that other people are attacking you, or that you're attacking yourself. If you just quiet, like, and be quiet for a minute and just step back and look at the big picture, you got one of these, right? You're like, oh, I'm just like wounded and then re-wounding myself over and over. Oh, oops. And you got to remove this. This is why this workbook, this is why I did call you out, Cynthia. I said, like, Cynthia asked me yesterday, like, how do I start? Page 1. It's never too late to have a happy childhood. The end. There you go. There you go. This workbook belongs to, then put your name. Listen, it's never too late to have a happy childhood. Step 1, put your name on there. And then the next step is, you don't know. I don't know. Where do you get the workbook? It's angelashelton.com. And I'm going to put it, I'll put it like right on my front page since we're talking about it so much. But it's angelashelton.com. I think it's /workbook or workbooks. I mean, seriously, where's my assistant? I'm going to put a shout out to like what I need in the world. How about I start crying about that? How about I start crying about all the shit I need? We are spiritual beings having a human experience, 100%. And I want you to hear that instead of going down the rabbit hole of like, Angela doesn't care. That is not true. I'm just harsh, and I can be a total drill sergeant for those who are in the cycle. And I will take it on. I'll be the drill sergeant to be like, soldier, be more selfish, goddish. And this is what you're dealing with. Yeah. And when you are going to remove this baloney caca, it is either crying or anger every single time. I admire you. You seem like a kind and strong individual. Oh, yay. I am. And fun. That is, you know what? It is fun. That is me. I am fun. F-U-N. Fun and funny and foxy too. My hair's in a conditioning treatment right now, but I'm also foxy. I mean, listen. Body will decay, but the spirit will live on. It's so true. And you get the workbook on Amazon. If you go Be Your Own Hero, if you look at me up, Amazon.com, and then Angela Shelton, and you click on my name, it'll show all the things that I have. I think it shows one book that I have like a article that I wrote in their book. That's not my book. I think that's the only one that's like not actually mine. But hey, if you want to support them, God bless you. But this is the coloring book version. This is the one with the pictures. It's a little bit more expensive because they're color. And there's a male version. He's got blonde hair and blue eyes. That's just tragic. So we have a diverse version too. It's like she's A diverse girl. We got a diverse boy. This is the most popular one, though. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your freaking icon looks like. Draw yourself on there. That's the whole point. And it's specifically set up I'm going to repeat myself, but this is how you do it, y'all. We have to buy it on Amazon. To get the money direct. Oh, it's my Amazon channel. So I do get, minus their merchant fees, that money does go to me. Or you can download it directly on my website, and that is like $9.97. But I recommend you getting the printed one. It's just better, unless you want to print it. Like if you have a good printer and a hole puncher, then print it. Just get it on my site, AngelaShelton.com. Where is it? Where is it, Angela? Where's my assistant? Jay, you want to be my assistant? You want to clean up online stuff as well as oh my god, toilets. Shit, I'll tell you what's a toilet. My Dropbox. But yeah, this is. You want me to talk about myself for a second and what I need? What's the book again? Be Your Own Hero. Warrior Workbook. And then this one, it's the same book, but it's Angela Shelton's Sword of Trauma. Sword of Trauma Workbook. Can you see that, or is that opposite? Where do you send your resume? That's funny. Angela@angelashelton.com. You can send my resume. And here's the thing, though. Maybe I should make a video of like, hi, I'm looking to hire people for like 45 things. I have 45 jobs available. Which one are you sending me? Well, that was my personal email. And these I'm not sending you either. You got to order it yourself. But this one is my most popular one. I really like this one because it's made by my friend Amelia Horse. She did all the drawings, and it's a coloring book version. I personally like this one because when you can start doodling in it and coloring, and like I started doing this particular one as my 8-year-old self, which is what I'm going to do in the next version that's either going to start today or tomorrow. It might start tomorrow. Will work for shelter. Yes, seriously. Oh, well, you can't live with me, so that's not going to happen. You know what though? I can do a. This is Angela's ad. You ready? The next 10 minutes. This is Angela's ad for what she needs to have work on. Ready? Here it is. Let's just do it. We'll work for seriously. Thanks for the live. I'm doing. Oh yay! Well, I got like 10 more minutes, and I'll tell you what I'm looking for, and if you have any ideas. I was thinking about putting it somehow on my site, but who has the time? Because I have to like really monitor in my time because I have a show that I'm doing. Okay. Yeah. Ready? So I have a lot of things. I'm Angela Shelton. Well, my wife loves to color. It would be great for her. I'm not. Get this. Get this. Seriously, get this. It's Angela Shelton Sword of Trauma Warrior Workbook. Yeah. You're welcome. Get it on Amazon. There's a downloadable one on my site you can get to. We're going to start it. And then you get at the top of my site, AngelaShelton.com. It says courses at the top. I have a whole bunch of courses. I'm just now putting the 2.0, version 2.0 of the Sword of Trauma. Also going to put it on my app. My app is in Google and Apple, are the two big. Google and Apple, it's called I Love Angela Shelton. And it's up there, and it's I'm going to put this new course because we're going to go through every single page. I think we can do it in 30 days. Like just do 30 days, all of August 1 through 30. What do you think? Every single day, except for every single weekday, because I got to have a day off to go play naked. Stop judging. Why are you judging me? Girl, she's got to have her time off. Listen. What? What'd you say? What? I'm a duck who don't give a... Okay. Now here is my ad. This is my hiring ad. You ready? I'm Angela Shelton. I've done a whole bunch in my life. I have done movies. I'm a speaker. I've won an Emmy. I have a day, like Angela Shelton Day is a day in Asheville, North Carolina. We use it nationwide. I have a comedy cooking show. I have a comedy golf movie. I have a prison boxing movie. A prison boxing movie. I have been doing all of this for years, pretty much by myself. I've had at times I have hired assistants. At times I've hired like marketing people. This is my golf movie. And this is my golf movie. Hi. And by the way, if you didn't know this, this is also me. If you didn't know this, that would be me. Damn! She knows what she likes right there. That's Tracy. Yeah. How did I lose all that weight, Angela? Oh, I can share with you. I can share with you a bunch of stuff. Anyway, I also have books. I wrote a children's book series about magical hats. Safe Side Super Chick. I don't know if you knew that. I won an Emmy for that. So I've done like a ton of stuff in my life. But if you picture like I am a building, right? I have a building, and I am with the people from the porta potty and all the way to the penthouse. My show is on the penthouse. I have I have so many rooms in my building of all these things, right? I have this workbook. This is its own room. I have a book series, its own room. I have my camping life and my own personal life and how I'm like very much of a cook and a survivalist, and like I love that. That's its own room. But like the rooms for like Eagle and the Albatross is its own room. And this is what I need help with. And this is my job opportunity. If you look, and I'm going to make a list somewhere on my site. If you look at all the things I have, if you just took one thing, like honestly, one person, this is what I need. And because I've tried it already with hiring people to do what I like, do my ideas, and it ends up honestly wasting a bunch of money. It wastes money and it doesn't actually do anything. So I'm like, here's my new way of approaching this. What do you love to do? And what are you really good at? Of like in the world of, marketing or making things or like doing courses or online presence, or basically like sharing yourself out in the world. What are you really good at? If you are great at making funny memes and you love K-pop, you go crazy for Amber Lou, right? Here's a perfect example. Crazy Basie in love with Amber Lou. Oh yeah? Well, I have this movie. I have amazing footage of her. She's amazing. I have the whole movie. You can take the whole movie and create whatever memes you want. You can go do it all day long. You can create merchandise that I already have and sell the movie or present the movie but you're making merch for the movie, which we already have. And you just did that. You just focus on the Eagle and the Albatross and sharing the merch. That's crazy. That is the only money that Amber Lou will ever make. She has a cut of this merchandise. She's not in Screen Actors Guild. So like the residuals that I've worked for years to help with these actors be paid, again, navigating the hell that is the Screen Actors Guild that I have nothing nice to say about. Amber Lou is not even in the Screen Actors Guild. She gets 6% of merchandise. So I actually don't have time to do this, but somebody else would. Like, I love Amber Lou. Let me do clips of that movie all day long. Let's post it on every single Eagle social media platform and just promote the merch and make Amber some money and me and the movie so that we can have money to market it more. That's one. And you just take one. Like, don't even talk about all the other things. Don't even look at it. Don't even look at all the other things Angela has. Just Eagle and the Albatross. That would be a job. And you could honestly, I would share a ginormous rate of that for the person who would like take control over that office in my building. Does that make sense? I have, so I work in television. We do NASCAR. Yeah, awesome. NASA helmet space cameras. Oh my God, that's so funny. NASA, not a space agency. I love it. Did you know that L. Ron Hubbard was instrumental in starting NASA? That's weird as hell. It's weird. Doesn't make any sense in the world, or it makes all the sense. And I learned this from the bike ride I go on in Nashville. Random. With the one in Nashville. So Jay, oh my God, I love you. You muted Boom Tracker. Why did you have to mute Boom Tracker, Jay? Not another silly acronym, NASA. Not a space agency, NASA. I watched Interstellar for the first time yesterday. Nice. Thanks, Jay. But does that make sense? Like if you just take my ego out, and I have the same, I have way, way, way more material on this one. This is my hammer. I have the movie. I have interviews with every single actor. I have the most gorgeous set photos. And I did it for years. I was busting my ass. To promote this movie and do it. And I just can't. And I was paying out the ass for the marketing to help the movie continue going forward. And it just depleted me 100%. Like it took my entire savings. It's gone. And so I'm like, well, yay. I guess that's good because I'm doing my show. But I have all these things. So I'm like, yeah, I'm no longer going to straight up hire somebody. I'm going to say like, hey, where do you see me? You see this movie? Where would you share the workbook? There's a viewing guide and a workbook with this movie that was written by an evangelical church. Does that give you like some signs of like what's out there in the world? Like the churchgoers actually love this movie, even though it has lots and lots of cursing, and it's a true story, and there's male nudity, and there's like it's NC-17. Like, I mean, careful going into that movie. But it's all done intentionally. It's all true, and it's a Christian movie in disguise, y'all. It really is. And it's the viewing guide was written by an evangelical church. Is that cool? I think that's so cool. And just that, if you just took all the movie footage and just ran with it and made money on it, give me a piece of it. Do you see what I mean? Do you see? So I'm just looking at it differently, like how to pick the person that could, or people that could take over the office in my building, because I'm on the penthouse and I'm on the bottom floor. So I'm in so I will go to every office in the building, but I don't stay there, if that makes sense. We can go to the conference room and I'll talk. But yeah, I'm placing the people. I'm putting that out there. I just did it. I'm just looking at it completely differently because I've hired people in each one of those sections, and it has just been a bust because they aren't looking at it like, hey, how do I make this money? You got to put that hat on. Like if it was your project, you go and you sell this and keep the energy going and the profits, and that's just so smart. You're welcome. I fell in love with Lost in Space as a kid. I met the cast in 2001. You build rockets too. Oh, that's awesome. What's MD? That's Maryland. Okay, yeah. Where are you located? I'm proud of myself. I journey to Nashville once a month. So I pass sort of by there. I go down the 81 usually, but sometimes I'd go different routes. So you could say I'm in New York. I'm 2 hours from New York City, depending on how fast I drive, which tends to be very fast. But I don't really give my location because of weirdos. Yeah, that's it. How are you, darling? So how did that make sense? My ad of what I will hire. It's like, give me a piece of what you're making. Does that make sense? Because there's just so much. You're from Schenectady. I said it. Schenectady. It's a hard one. You're Schenectady. All right, it's 3 minutes until 11, y'all. I've got to now go to my next thing. And I'm going to start this. What's it going to be, Cynthia? Is it today or tomorrow? Today or tomorrow? Are you ready? You got to sign up for my email list. Made sense. Yeah. Yeah. So Jay, you get it. So even this, honestly, this is my most popular item. If somebody just did this all day, it's kind of like affiliate marketing, sort of like I could do whatever percentage I want. I'm just looking at it differently now. I'm like, instead of this whole, who can I hire? It's like hiring a marketing company. Like, marketing companies do not understand your heart. They're literally just plug and play. They're putting it in templates. They don't It usually is a huge waste of money. And I've already done that. That's why I tell filmmakers, like, careful, don't do that. And by the way, you'll make more money on your shirts than you will your movie. So have some cool shirts. Hooray! Schenectady! I said it. She's going to win. She's going to win something, like a sticker. She said Schenectady. This is Fiona. She's quite beautiful. Yes. She's the most beautiful zebra you've ever seen. It was so soft. She's so soft. So soft. Hello, Fiona. Hello. You're so lovely. I love you so much. You really are. Oh God, you're a hot mess back here. Oh God, who got a hold of you? You were stuck in the bottom of the bag. Oh Lord God. You need a brushing. Oh, it's just matted. Who got a hold of you? You're still lovely. You really are. Good God. You need a haircut. Or you need a brushing. I'm not taking it personally, but I know that I'm still so beautiful. She needs a haircut. That's what she needs. All right. Oh God. And then I'll leave you with this. I don't know how he got in the bag. He's not folk Manus. I don't know how this guy got in the bag, Jay. But he made it. This little guy. Hey! This little guy made it. He's like, you are messed up. Something got a hold of you. I don't know what's this thing. You are just something. You're a dolphin, not a shark. No, you're a shark. What's this thing? You're a dolphin. This is a little thing for a dolphin, right? What is that? It's just like, what is that? This is what you went fishing, Jay. This is what you caught. What is it? He's just not quite right. This is a budget. This came from IKEA. This is a budget puppet. We have we have folk Manus. Yeah, it's a dolphin with teeth. It's weird. It's honey. You're hung up. I don't know what's happened to you. You are just hung up. Let's end the day with a hippo. Yeah, folk Manus puppets are just so great. French. Did you know that hippopotamuses are the most dangerous ones? The most dangerous. They'll eat you. They will chomp you. I saw a fight with a crocodile and a hippo, and guess who won? The hippo. Just crunch. The things I've seen in my life, I tell you. The things I've seen. Hippopotamuses fighting with crocodiles. I was just going to type that. The hippopotamuses are the most dangerous. Yeah, they really are. Have you ever seen an actual live fight? I was on safari in Kenya and Tanzania, but mainly spent most of my time in Kenya. And yeah, I had the guide that I went the way that you spend the mega bucks. It was the best money I ever spent in my life, by the way. I spent $30,000. I'm not going to lie. I spent $30,000 on this trip. And it was the best money I ever. That's how I spent my money that I made on my first movie sale. I went to Africa on this amazing safari that basically, like, you have your own private Crocodile Dundee. You're not with all the tents with the people from Texas on vacation. I'm not gonna lie. You're private. It's like you and your guide, and he takes you like for real. Like we were with the prides of lions. We get to see it was amazing. It was just me. And some other human that I wish I didn't take. But when you look at, you're like, do you look at your past relationships and you've been in like this the most amazing trip ever, and then you turn and you're like, oh God, why'd I bring you? Damn it. Anywho, we're just gonna pretend I still had an amazing trip, and it was an amazing trip. It was very dangerous, not really, because you're with that guy. And you have Maasai warriors with you, so they were all armed and ready. And so I didn't feel unsafe, but I was definitely, we got tracked by a crocodile on a hike. Yeah, he was stalking me. That was terrifying. He goes, "So just keep walking, just keep walking." I'm like, oh my God, what is that? Anyway, that happened. It was safely dangerous. Let's say that, Jay. Safely dangerous. So if anything's called out to you in a job with Angela, let me know. It's definitely one of those like self-directing. Yeah, self-directing jobs with Angela. Mainly also bringing me to your community. That would be the best. I just wiggled everything when I did that. I just totally wiggled everything. All right, I'm turning my drums off. Oh my God, Elvis! He just fell down. Elvis fell down. God. Elvis, I love you, baby. I love you so much. You just hold on for dear life, Elvis. We don't know what the hell is going to happen next. Whew, we're doing a show. All right, y'all. I'll be back tomorrow. And let's see. When are we going to start? We're gonna. When are we going to start? Oh my God. When are we going to start? 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 We're going to start tomorrow. We're going to start today. Start tomorrow? Today. August 1st? Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Sign up. I love you. Bye.